Hello and welcome to my channel, Bevvy with Beth. I'm Beth, and here on this channel I talk all about polycystic ovarian syndrome, the symptoms, how to cope with them, and how my personal journey with PCOS is going. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in watching, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to catch my videos every week. A little disclaimer before we start that some of these products are a bit more on the expensive side, and so I wouldn't necessarily call any of these a necessity in order to improve your PCOS symptoms. These are things that I've personally used, I find very helpful, and if there was anything in particular that you wanted to try but felt that you couldn't afford, and you need maybe some recommendations of where to go to get things slightly cheaper, then do leave me a comment down below and I will definitely help you to find the products that are going to work best for you and be in your budget. So this one's going to be something that I might do regularly, or it might just be something that I kind of just pop in and out when I've got something I want to discuss, and that is a list of the things that I have found particularly beneficial or enjoyable alongside my PCOS. So this could be some things that I've learned, some resources that I've found that have helped me with understanding, or else it could be a product that I'm taking or using that genuinely is helping my PCOS symptoms. And then the last category of things is just going to be part of my self-care routines that a product I've found or a routine that I've developed that's really helping me to cope with the more day-to-day stresses and strains and help me to continue on my self-love journey as I also continue to heal. And this is focusing mainly on some things that I've picked up in the last month or so. So with the PCOS awareness month of September, but obviously now we're in the month of October, and I've picked up quite a few kind of autumnal products that I'm really enjoying. So I wanted to discuss with you, first of all, a couple of things that I've got that have been helping me directly with my PCOS. And the first one is the very delicious Cysterhood tea from PCOS to Wellness. Her Instagram link will be in the description box down below, as well as a link to her website so that you can see some of the other products that she's had. And these are specifically designed to support our PCOS. Something I haven't talked about a lot is all the different kind of herbs and things like that you can take that help with PCOS symptoms. And what this tea does is combine some of the most important ones to take regularly to help with our hormone production, regulation, and detoxing any unwanted or overproduced hormones, and puts them all into one actually delicious tea. Because I think this is where the art really comes in, is that we've not just got a bunch of herbs that she's put together that are going to help us, but you need 3 teaspoons of sugar to make it go down. Like, she's actually managed to find a balance of all of these different herbs and make it into a tasty tea. And I did purchase this last month, but because she is based in Australia, it did take a while for it to come through to me, and so I have only just got it in the month of October, and I've been drinking it for a few days. And although I can't attest to any major changes in my hormones in just 6 cups of tea, the fact that I know these herbs and I know that they're good for me and are going to help me, as well as the fact that I've seen all of her testimonials, which is why I wanted to purchase the tea as soon as possible anyway, plus the fact that it actually tastes nice. So it's something that I know I am going to be drinking. I bought 2 packets because it being taking a long time to get delivered from Australia, I knew I couldn't kind of keep up with the supply. So I bought 2 packets. So I will be drinking them for the foreseeable future. And I will do probably a full review on my own Instagram, which again is linked in the description box below, so that you can get an idea of how it's actually been helping me. The next thing is, again, something that's helping me directly with my PCOS, and is also something that I have been searching for a long time. I've been wanting to include into my diet for a long time is hemp seeds. And I did find some hemp seeds, which I then just milled myself, and I was adding that as part of of my snack routine with some Greek yogurt, some chia jam that I made myself, and then I'll put some berries in it, whether that's more raspberries or preferably blueberries. I've been having that as a snack to kind of include, but I've never really mentioned, because I thought there was no other way, that the texture of that is not great. I personally don't mind the taste of the hemp seeds. It's quite an earthy taste, and I quite like that. But the texture of it means that although at the beginning, especially with newly reintroducing yogurt into my diet and the deliciousness of the chia jam, I was just kind of trying to get on with it. And then I realised, I thought for a long time that Americans just called them hemp hearts and that we called them hemp seeds, but they were actually the same thing. And I can't remember what it was, but it was something that the registered dietitian Abby Sharp brought up, was that hemp hearts and hemp seeds are actually different. And so I went on a hunt to find myself some hemp hearts, and trying to find them here in England has been darn near impossible. And just the other week, as I was looking for some other herbs for other stuff to make my own teas, I discovered a company called Wholefoods Online UK, and they will be linked in the description box. None of this is sponsored or affiliate, by the way. These are just things that I found personally. And they have hemp hearts, shelled hemp seeds. That's what they are. These, oh my god, it's like life-changing. These are actually delicious. Like, I think I could probably just eat them on their own, because they actually now have a delicious texture. It's really like, I don't know, just really soft, a little bit chewy, and all of that terrible hard crunchy gets stuck in your teeth and in the back of your throat. You know, that kind of popcorn shell type texture is completely removed. But definitely, given that they have size options, and there is also free delivery on £20 or above, means you could do a nice bulk order with free delivery of all the bits and pieces, and the packaging that they have is all resealable, which means it will last a while. It will last a while. But that's the other thing that I've been really pleased to be able to get my hands on, is some hemp hearts, and they're just delicious. The last thing is one that I did mention in my previous video as the drink that I was having during that video, and I tried it from a little taster. They do little taster boxes where you get 5 tea bags. I tried it and loved it and drank all of it, I think, within 6 days. So knew I needed to get some more, and that is the Hoogly vanilla chai tea, and they're just delicious. And the very last of the consumables for this video is, in fact, this delicious cherry plum kombucha. So this is a new, well, I don't know if it's a new flavour as such, but it's a new option in Holland & Barrett online. And you must know by now that I'm a big fan of kombucha. It's one of the main ways that I get some prebiotics into my diet. And I love to get a couple of these cans in different flavours, but I don't like to over drink it, of course, because if I consume too much, it's going to upset my gut in the wrong direction. So I try to have a bit of a switch up, and using the cans as like a portion size is a really good way to monitor how much I'm eating. So those are like my consumable products for October that have been either helping my PCOS, my gut health, or just part of my self-love routine. Okay, so I lied because I was classing it as medication. It wasn't like, it's not a food. But another thing that I do consume is, in fact, CBD oil. And again, I'm going to be doing a deep dive video on this one, but I wanted to give it a good try before I came and recommended it to you guys. But I've now reordered my second bottle because I used my first one, then didn't have it for a while and really missed it. Bought my second bottle and I've tried it again, and oh my gosh, yeah, it's making a big difference for me. So I'll go into more detail as to how it's working and what it's doing. But I personally I've gone to Provocan for my CBD oil. I think they're fairly reasonably priced. The packaging seems fairly robust, so I've been quite pleased with that. And I've also gone for low level, but I will discuss all of that in another video. For a more practical item, and it is actually this Aero Latte. I'm sure you've seen, especially if you're in the keto family. We love these bad boys for mixing in our bulletproof coffees, but I know that there are other fancy coffee drinkers out there who also swear by these. And I had a slightly cheaper or weaker one, as you will have seen featured in some of my Instagram stories for my morning coffees, and basically it rusted. It's actually really intense. And I've also been using it on my matcha tea, and I have to do it over the sink because it does this very fine spray. I think my cups that I've been using have been very, very wide, and so it's creating like a sea spray off of my cups of tea. So I have to do it over the sink, but I highly recommend it. You can just tell that this is going to be a much more longer lasting, sturdy thing, so I recommend that. And the very last thing that I'm recommending is this delicious face mask. As you know, face masks and having a bath and putting a face mask on is all part of my self-care routine, and I decided to branch out and get something a little bit different. I've been using a tea tree oil facial mask for quite a while, and I wanted something that was going to be a little less intense and a bit more kind of nourishing rather than focusing on just the acne. Himalayan charcoal purifying glow mask by The Body Shop has been an absolute delight to use. It feels luxurious, it's really cleansing on my skin without being too harsh, and I will be sharing some photos of me in the mask. If you want to get an idea of what my skincare routine looks like, then don't forget to check out the video linked above, which is all about the skincare products that I use to help with my PCOS acne. So that has been my favourites for October. I hope you enjoyed this video. What were your favourites for October? Are there things that you've picked up recently that have been really great for you, that you feel like is really helping with your PCOS? Or do you need some more information? What else am I using? Do you want to know what my November favourites are? It's my birthday, so there will be many. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Pumpkin.